Butler Beach, located in St. Augustine, Florida, advanced the civil rights movement in Northeast Florida in an unexpected way. In the late 1800s, dozens of laws were posted by state legislature that controlled their African American populations. Around the same time, the Supreme Court passed a now infamous precedent in the case Plessy v. Ferguson, separated but equal. These acts massively controlled what African Americans could do. Even something as simple as attending a beach was reserved for whites. African Americans were restricted to beaches that were of relatively poor quality. This changed when Frank B. Butler came along. Frank Butler was an African American businessman and entrepreneur. Born in 1885, he grew up in the shadow of American prejudice. Even with everything holding him back, Butler was able to become a well-known real estate investor within the African American community. His biggest accomplishment in life was establishing Butler Beach on Anastasia Island. This was the only beach along Jacksonville and Daytona open to African Americans at this time. Lincolnville resident Rosalie Gordon Mills recalled Butler had a calling and mission in life to succeed as a black man. He knew how to deal with the race problem and took advantage of every opportunity. After Butler bought the stretch of oceanfront land on Anastasia Island, he opened it up to African Americans and named it after himself. Under his direction, Butler Beach became a sprawling attraction. Bathhouses and a hotel were constructed, including many homes. Later in 1937, Butler built the Butler Inn, which is still operational today. As the battle for civil rights grew to head, protests and violence in America's oldest city became news throughout America. St. Augustine became a major focus throughout the nation, and tensions had come to chase Frank Butler down. A few days into the summer of 1964, a brawl broke out when black protesters tried to walk into a segregated beach. During this, Martin Luther King was staying at Frank B. Butler's Beach Hotel. Butler Beach is a fascinating chapter of the fight for civil rights in not only St. Augustine, but all of Florida as a whole. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 had just ended the appeal of the beach as an African American only location. Now, Americans of every kind can use this historic land. Frank Butler may have passed away in 1973, but his beach and his determination to fight prejudice live on in one of St. Augustine's historical attractions to this day.